stand. I'm gonna dust it off with my own hands. Black blizzard coming, old man keep running.
Well, if the tool bag's out, the hood's up, and you're parked at a truck stop, oh, that could only mean one thing. All right, so got the new old one out. It's just sitting in there. Just called for an Uber. About 1.9 miles away from the Napa, which is nice. The guy said he could warranty it, but I don't have if I had my receipt, but I don't have my receipt. Obviously, it's in the office back at home. So I'm gonna see if they can look it up anyway. And if not, maybe I'll just get a hold of Napa customer support. I'm only doing this right now to get back on the road, and I'm gonna buy a little better brand when I get home, because it's not that this is a big deal, it's just putting me way behind and shouldn't have to do this with a new part. So let me wait for the Uber here and get over to Napa. So I just posted the video from yesterday of all this happening, because I'm current on my videos. I try to stay pretty current so people know where I'm at, and you know, as the way things happen and time of year and all that. So I just posted, and someone made a good comment about 99% of those box stores, meaning like AutoZone, Advance, Napa, O'Reilly's, parts are junk. And you hate to think that, but you know, working at the dealership all those years, that's all I saw. Even parts from the factory, brand new out of the box, don't work. And you sit there and you think, what do you mean it's brand new and it doesn't work? It happens. So what happened last night, I woke up, I don't remember what time it was, to be honest with you, maybe around 2 o'clock or so. And I checked, and the alternator was only charging 10 volts. So it's falling off. So instead of killing the batteries completely, I just shut the truck off. It was nice and cool here last night. It was probably like 55 degrees. Just cracked the windows and still got some pretty good sleep, which was nice. But as far as putting me behind, it does put me behind, but I'm not really on a tight schedule, so that's helping with the stress of being broke down. Uber should be here in 10 minutes, and get over to Napa, get a new alternator for the time being, at least to get me home. Got a car to pick up on the way home, which at this point is pretty much just gonna pay for all this nonsense. But what are you gonna do? Stay positive, and you know, I find things like this happen. You got a couple of downs, but then you hit a home run on something, and it all turns out to be okay. All right, well, going back in with the new one. Here, and I had the world's nicest Uber driver, older gentleman, just old retired gentleman. Had a good conversation, nice guy. And then he, you can add to your trip, so he brought me straight back here. And then at Napa, the guy exchanged it for me. Was able to look it up through the commercial account I have, and exchange it for me. So the alternator didn't cost me anything. So get this put in and hopefully get back on the road here within about a half hour. Well, again, I guess we're back in business. I was just on the phone with a tow company. I got to put the intake back in, but I was just on the phone with the tow company because I couldn't get it to start. But this thing is not being shut. Gosh, this intake's loud with no air box on it. This truck is not getting shut off till we get home. That's for dang sure. So all's good. We're charging good. Everything's quiet. There's Bottomley Enterprises. There's his truck. And the new one they got done sitting right on top of that hill. This is our exit. We're getting off. If you've never seen Bottomley Enterprises, check them out on YouTube. There's been a couple
Exit right to exit 100, North Carolina 89, Fort Mount Airy, Galax.
There's been a couple interviews done on them with Semi-Casual, I think. Maybe Asia Mai was up here, and then I know Big Rig Videos did a one of those rolling CB interviews with Mitchell, and you should check out their operation. It is like, it's goals. That's how a business should be run. That family atmosphere they have, the quality of equipment they have, it's just goals. Maybe the sign's broken. That says diesel's $4.35 here. Let's see if they got any left. This is
Making U-turn on Plaza Lane.
Okay. This is the Brentels Travel Plaza right here in Mount Airy, right across from Bottomley. Always like stopping here. This nice mom and pop feel.
In 600 feet, turn left.
I was saying I had to stop my GPS there. Nice mom and pop feel, and they got a nice little restaurant in here, and the food's always good, and the people are always polite. But the sign is not working because it's not $4.35; it is $5.55. So we'll use our fleet card here to fill up, and we'll see what kind of discount we get. She's running good. No sounds. No nothing. But like I said, I'm not shutting that thing off. I've got 2 keys with me. I got my remote start fob and my regular truck key, so I just lock the truck, let it run, charge those batteries up. Alright, so picking up this little Hyundai Tucson. Goes to the town right by me. Honestly, pays pretty good for not being a, obviously they didn't request enclosed, but that's what they get today. So the truck's running great. We're almost home. Sitting at a stoplight here. I wanted to touch on a couple things, so I'm going to go ahead and do the reviews, or Jason Reacts. I'm going to try to obviously keep it as positive as possible and more of a learning tool, because it's easier to show somebody how to do something with a visual. You know, a lot of people are visual learners. I can tell you, you know, make sure your straps are inside the rub rail, but you may not know what I'm talking about until I show you. Anyways, and this is like the end of this video. Now, I was just thinking about this as I'm like getting close to home, a little bit of a stressful situation, and the question I get a lot is, you know, how much money should I have put aside before I get into business, or what should I put into my maintenance fund and this and that. And something I found out on the road many a times is when you have something that fails, you have a blowout, you hit something in the road, you lose multiple tires, or whatever it may be, like today with the alternator. It's just, the more money you have available to fix things on the road or pay to get help, like the tow truck the other day, the more money you have set aside to do that, the less stressful it is. And that's why I tell people, you know, make sure you have reserves money, because you don't think twice about things. You just got to get it fixed and get back on the road, or you got to get pulled out of a situation, or you've got to pay for a tow truck to load or unload a vehicle. Whatever it may be, if you have that cash available, you get things done and you keep moving. You can't sit there, you know. It's cheaper to pay for a part or a tow or whatever and get back on the road than it is to lose days worth of work. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people want to take the cheap route, and it ends up costing them money in the long run. And, you know, just having a good, you know, reserve cash, business credit card, business line of credit, whatever it may be, to help you get back on the road and make that situation a little less stressful. So that being said, I think that Jason Reacts is going to drop on Sundays. I'm going to do an episode a week. It gives me time on the weekend. Obviously, I need to be in front of the computer and things like that. I'm going to try to do one every Sunday. since the vlogs are kind of not much going on the weekend, because I do, believe it or not, try to get some family time and some rest. But we'll see you guys tomorrow.